Hello.
Morgan! Woo! So many people, oh my god!
How are you doing?
I am wicked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, first time in the Netherlands?
No, I think I've been to the Netherlands about 5 times.
5 times already?
Yes.
What do you think about it?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the nicest place here in the Netherlands then?
The nicest place?
Yeah?
I think Utrecht is really pretty. I spent the day going around Utrecht yesterday and went by the canals and had dinner to celebrate mine and my husband's wedding anniversary, so that was fun. It's a sweet place. I love this country.
Yeah.
And you have such good chocolate. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, that's very good.
I love it.
I think we already have a big line.
We're taking questions. Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, it's a Q&A, right?
Is this a catwalk? Should I do some modelling?
You can walk around.
What?
Hello.
Hello.
We've got a surprise for you.
Ooh.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Usually when Colin forgets his lines, I really enjoy that. And Sean always makes me laugh. Sean is really funny. And he would forget his lines as well. I think when anybody forgets their lines, we all end up giggling and then we just cannot get through a scene. So it's the funniest thing is when we make mistakes.
Thank you, love you, love you. Hi.
Hi.
So great to have you here. My question is, I was wondering what you were like as a teenager.
You remember that? It was like 2 years ago?
It was 3 years.
3 years ago.
But thank you. It's my new best friend over here. What was I like as a teenager? I hated being a teenager. I had a really hard time at school. I got bullied and my hair was weird and short and I had horrible acne, so I had spots all over my face and on my chest and down my back. I hated it. I hated the hormones. I was either crying or crying. I hated it. The minute I got into my 20s, I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah, it was not fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you, and my mom says hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Samantha.
You played in Iron Man 3, and if you could be any Marvel character, what would it be?
Red Ranger. Is she Marvel? What's the one with red hair?
Black Widow.
Thank you. The ginger one.
Zero.
Any character with red hair, I'm available.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
So you would like to do Chucky too or something like that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hi.
What is the best advice that someone has ever given to you?
Well, I was having a very hard time a long time ago, and one of my best friends said to me, yeah, but it's not going to be forever. I'm like, it is! And then she said, this too shall pass. And it changed everything for me. And whenever things are difficult, I always remember that it's just temporary. So nothing stays the same.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. If you could bring back one of the characters who died in the series, who would you bring back?
Who did I kill? I killed Bearfire. That wasn't very nice, was it? I may be bringing him back for Rumple. Well, obviously Robin Hood. Yeah. I can bring back Robin Hood so that he can help me take care of my daughter so that I can chill out and have a cup of tea. Or a gin and tonic. Hello.
Hi, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Sorry for my English, I'm from Belgium.
I'm sorry for my English too.
After all these years of Once Upon a Time, can you give us your best Rumplestiltskin impression?
All magic comes with a price, dearie.
Thank you.
Thank you. My first episode, It's Not Easy Being Green, and then I loved shooting the musical. That was an amazing experience.
Thanks.
Thank you, darling. Hello.
Hi. With which Disney character could Zelena have a relationship?
I don't know. Can you think of anyone? Who? If we weren't sisters, I don't know. I don't want to be with Aladdin. I don't know. I literally, or when I think of Zelena, I always imagine her just by herself flying around on a broomstick. Sorry. That's a crap answer.
And happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. Hi.
Hi. What did you think when you first heard that Regina and Zelena were sisters?
Pardon?
What did you think when you first heard that Zelena and Regina were sisters?
Well, I knew before I even started filming the show. Adam and Eddie called me and they said, "Oh, you're the Evil Queen's sister." And I'm like, "Oh, well then I should probably speak in an American accent." They were like, "No." I'm like, "All right." So I knew before going into that they were going to reveal that we were sisters. But when I read the episode Sisters in season 5, where you find out that Regina and Zelena had known each other since they were little, when I read that, I cried. And Mark's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "They knew each other all along." I mean, it was really cool. So yeah, it was fun.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Hi, I actually have 2 questions about Lost, if that's okay. My first question is if you would take your experience from Once Upon a Time and then go back to playing in Lost, would you do anything different?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you. And my second question is if Lost had to have a musical episode, which song would you choose?
Oh my god, that would have been such a good idea. We have to go back!
Please do.
Oh my god, we should do a Lost musical movie.
Yes.
I don't know, what would be a good song for my character Charlotte? Whew, I haven't had enough coffee to think of something. I don't know, I'll have to get back to you.
Thank
That
you.
is a really good idea
I
though.
love you so much and you look so awesome. Happy anniversary.
Thank you! Hi.
Hi! So my question is, where would you like to live in real life? In Storybrooke, in Oz, or in Enchanted Forest? And you should tell me why.
Oh, should I? She's very bossy. I would like to live probably in Storybrooke because I feel like if we're in the Enchanted Forest, it'd be really cold. Whereas if I'm in Storybrooke, then I can go to Granny's, the heating's on, I can have some lasagna. It's cozier, so I think, and there's shops, and I love shopping.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Hi guys. I had a question because we know you started. Sorry. You moved to another country for acting. Do you have any tips and or advice for that?
Are you thinking of moving to another country?
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, my dream is to act as well. So.
Well, everybody told me to not do it. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're not ready. You're not, I don't know." Everybody told me not to do it. So I just ignored all the haters and said I'm going to go to America and pursue my dreams. Because getting into acting in England is very hard. You have to have gone to university and things like that. And I couldn't afford to go. So I went to America instead. And you just have to, if you believe in yourself and it's what you really want to do, just do it and follow your own heart and don't listen to other people's opinions because they've got nothing to do with you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Probably Cruella. I feel actually be really fun to go out to a bar with and get drunk on gin and tonic.
I can understand that.
It'd be a fun night, wouldn't it?
It would.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
My question is, what was it like to have your own song in a musical episode?
I mean, it doesn't get better than that. I was so excited to have my own big song, so it's a memory that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Hi.
So my question is, I know you know how to ride a broomstick.
Wait, I can't hear you. What?
Sorry. I know you can ride a broomstick, but can you ride a motorcycle? And if not, I can teach you.
Call me.
Sure?
No, I can't ride a motorcycle.
Why
I am
not?
because it's scary, okay? And it's bloody dangerous. And if I was going to fall off, I'd scrape my face. Goodbye, career.
No.
It's so dangerous. I need to be in a car and like padded. I always fall over. I went rollerblading once, and I had a massive accident in the middle of Central Park in New York, and I cheese grated and ripped the skin all off that side of my body. And after that, I'm like, I'm not doing anything dangerous. I don't ski, I don't snowboard. I like to sit and be safe. But maybe I'll ride on the back with you another time, and you can drive. I'm not driving it.
Okay, let's go. And do you know how to ride a horse?
No, very dangerous yet again. Fall off the horse, break my face, goodbye career. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, what is your favorite meme?
Me?
Yes.
They're typically of me pulling really ugly faces. And lots of my fans like to make really ugly gifs and memes, so to all of you that do them out there, thank you. There's one British fan of mine called Sarah who does hilarious gifs of Bex made her in Wonderland, and I see them every day and I'm like, that's so funny, and I send them to my parents and everything, and everyone just laughs at me because my mum says that I've got a rubber face. My face is made out of rubber. So yeah, they tickle me.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Hi.
Hi. What's your favorite horror movie?
Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. I love Freddy Krueger.
Shame.
I met him in real life and I fangirled really massively. The guy that plays Freddy Krueger, I met him at my first ever convention, and I got him to put his knife glove around my throat. Oh!
And it's also the first movie for Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his first role.
Yeah.
I think.
I love that film.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you tell us about the process about to turn green and how to take it off? How long did it take?
My green makeup on the show took about an hour and a half, but then the hair took another hour, and then getting dressed took another half an hour. So it took about 3 hours to put the whole thing on, and then to take it all off took about half an hour, and then 3 people scrubbing my whole body as quickly as possible so that I could go to bed.
And what was the worst part to get off?
Oh my god, my hands. It was so hard to take that green paint off my hands, and then I had these green stick-on nails, but they were stuck on with this glue that would take forever to get off. So whenever I was green, I would always figure out if I could wear gloves in a scene instead of my skin, because then I also couldn't go to the toilet because I had stuck-on nails, and you have to lift up these big skirts, and you're in the forest, and you need a wee-wee. Absolute nightmare. So I'm like, can I wear gloves, please? So that I could wee.
Alright,
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
My question is, if you could create a show yourself and a character for yourself to play in that show, what kind of show, what kind of character would it be?
I would probably do a comedy, like a really silly British comedy about a woman that lives in London who's just really flawed and just messes things up all the time.
Cool.
Thank you.
I love you. Bye.
Oh my god! Speaking of green.
Yeah, I told you at the photo booth, but it's okay. Anyways, my question is, the first time you got green paint on your face, how did it feel and how long did it take to get used to it? Because it literally felt weird to be painted by someone else.
Well, the green makeup that was on my face was put on with an airbrush, so it was very thin and very light. So when they were finished, I couldn't feel it. So then I would forget that I was green, and then when I would go to the toilet, I would see a mirror and go, ah! Oh my god! And then, oh my god, I'm a witch! Because I would forget because I couldn't feel it.
Her question is, how was it to play the bird scene on Once Upon a Time?
Bird?
Yeah.
What?
I think she means the bird scene.
Oh, when I had...
Hello? Yeah, yeah. And we're back again.
I'm back. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh. It was a nightmare. And I got really, really faint and I was sweating. But luckily I was lying down, so if I fell over it wouldn't be a problem. It was exhausting. Thank you. I met Lana way before I started Once Upon a Time. I actually met Lana in 2011, and it was funny because I was watching, it was at a party, and I was watching a pilot that I had just shot, which wasn't very good, which is why it's not on the air anymore. And then they played Once Upon a Time, and Lana and Ginny were there, and Jen, and I never met them. And I watched the Once Upon a Time pilot, and I was like, oh, their pilot's better than mine. And then it ended up, I was on Once Upon a Time after that, but I just love it at first sight.
And my second question is, what's the funniest inner joke that you have with Lana?
Funniest what?
Inner joke.
Oh, I can't say that. I'll get into trouble.
I love you.
Love you too. Hello.
Hi, my question for you is, what is your worst habit?
Oh, God. Oh. I mean, I'm addicted to sweets and chocolate. I'm addicted to watching TV. What else? And I swear way too much. It's not good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello?
Oh my god. Oh my. Ich hou van Nederland.
I love you.
Love you too.
Who are you closest with or set?
My sister. Well, most of my scenes were with Lana, so we spent a lot of time together. And then we became besties, and she makes a really good cup of tea for an American. So there was lots of tea drinking and chocolate eating. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In what movie would you like to play?
Ooh, I'd like to be in a Marvel film, I think.
Oh, that's great. I love Marvel. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you. If you could be any superhero, who would you be?
Probably Wonder Woman.
Can you sing a little bit of We Could Always Win?
I just did!
Again?
We can always win!
Thank you. Hi.
Hello?
Well, my question is, can you tell us something about your audition?
I didn't have to audition for this part. Thank God.
And what would you
Hate auditioning.
What would you want to be if you wasn't Zelena?
On the show?
Yeah.
Nobody. No way! I wouldn't want to be anybody else other than the Wicked Witch of the West. I won the lottery.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, how are you? Well, I know you from Once Upon a Time, but I've seen you the first time in Devil Wears Prada. And I was wondering what it was like to play with Meryl Streep, who is one of the biggest Hollywood actresses right now.
It was amazing. Meryl Streep is so funny. And she would do crosswords every day and just hang out with us and drink tea. And it's like hanging out with your mum, you know? Just really chill and really friendly and really kind to everyone.
Awesome.
It was great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Sana.
And my question is, what's your favorite moment of your childhood?
Oof. Probably Christmas. I love Christmas.
Oh, me too.
Christmas with my mum and dad and my sister, and it was always just the four of us in the morning. And my dad always plays the same Christmas music on Christmas morning. It's an album by Phil Spector, so it's sort of like Motown. And my dad would run downstairs and put it on really loud. I'm like, oh my God, it's Christmas! Cool. It was really exciting.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you.
Hi. If Adam Addy decided in season 3 that Zelena would be with Hook, what would you think of that?
I feel like Hook belongs with Emma. I don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be with him just because I would get so much hate on Twitter. And I don't want that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
In season 5 in the underworld, you have these weird red rocket things and the most random places. Do you know what those are?
Red rockets.
Yeah, and they are with steam coming out of it in the library and the forest.
I don't know. Well, they weren't there when we were shooting it, so they put it in post, so I don't know what they were supposed to be. But on the day, they weren't there. And then you watch it, you're like, oh my God, what's that? Where did that come from? I guess it was just supposed to make you feel like you were in hell and it was fire, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
But I have a question too. Did you already follow the series once upon a time before you became a big part of the series? Did you already follow the series?
No, I wasn't watching Once Upon a Time when I got the job. I wanted to, because I'd seen the pilot when I met Lana, but I didn't. And then when they were like, oh, they're interested in you, I'm like, oh my God, I haven't been watching it. And then my agent was like, oh, it's on Netflix. So I watched about 52 episodes in 2 weeks. I watched all of it up to season 3.
Wow.
And then I went to work. So I'm really, really glad I watched it all before I got on set, because on my first or second day I had a really big scene with Lana where I'm like meeting her for the first time or whatever, and it was so complicated with so much information and so much dialogue, and I was like, thank God I know what I'm talking about because I had done my homework. If I hadn't have seen it, I would have stood there going, what am I talking about? You know, so it was good to be prepared.
Yeah.
Hello.
Since you can sing, do you like musicals? And what is your favorite musical?
Say that again?
What is your favorite musical? Do you like them?
Oh, well, obviously I like Wicked. I haven't seen Hamilton yet. It's really doing my head in. I love Miss Saigon. The music from Miss Saigon is, I performed it at school when I was 15. I love that one. And the funniest musical I've ever seen is The Book of Mormon. It's bloody hilarious. I recommend it. But I love musicals.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Hi.
Hi. Do you know Mamma Mia movie?
Yes.
What's your favorite character?
Amanda Seyfried. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm a big fan. I have two questions. How was it what is one of your favorite memory of working on Lost? And what was it like to work with Elizabeth Mitchell?
There was this one time we were shooting a scene on the beach on Lost, and there was like 8 actors in the scene, and the sun was setting, and the sunsets in Hawaii are, I mean, gorgeous, right? And Jack had loads of dialogues, and he's talking to everybody, and I'm sort of listening, and then I looked over this way, and I saw this beautiful sunset, and then I realised that nobody was talking. I'm like, oh, it's gone quiet. And then I looked over and everybody was looking at me like, hello, it's your line. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was way more interested in the sunset than the scene. But I love working with Elizabeth Mitchell. It was a similar relationship to Lana, and then we would drink tea and eat chocolate. But Elizabeth Mitchell is very motherly. You know, like you just want to climb in her lap and suck your thumb and pet me. She's lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. What would I do if I was a boy? I would pee standing up, get paid more. It's true, there is no equal pay in my business either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love men. I love you. I'd rather be a girl.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then when you're a girl, you can cross your legs like that.
Hi, I was wondering, what is your favorite knock-knock joke?
I can't remember jokes. I cannot remember any jokes. Do you know one?
Yeah. Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Don't cry, it's just a joke.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
I'll forget it in 5 minutes. My brain just doesn't keep jokes. Hello.
Hi. I was wondering, aside from the Wicked Witch, who is your favorite character on Once Upon a Time?
I love the villains. I like Rumplestiltskin and the Evil Queen. They're my favorite. I just love the villains, yeah. Thanks. Hi.
My question is there a storyline from Once Upon a Time that you didn't like so much?
Pardon?
Is there a storyline in Once Upon a Time that you didn't like so much?
That I didn't like?
Yes.
Didn't I like? Not really. No, not really. I liked it all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi Bex, I'm very glad you're here. My question is, what does your perfect day look like?
Like a typical birthday.
Yes.
Well, every year I typically am in a different country because my birthday is at the end of April and nothing really films then. So my ideal birthday, which I was able to do the past 2 years, is to spend it with my family, with my mum and dad, my sister and my 2 nieces. That's my favourite kind of birthday. Just lots of chocolate and champagne and kisses and cuddles from my nieces. That's my ideal birthday.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. How do you feel about the fandom around you and My Pretties?
About what?
About the fandom around you from the My Pretties and the Once Upon a Time family.
I mean, it's the best fandom I've ever experienced. It's full of the most love and passion, and every country we go to around the world, it has the same energy, and it's really moving and it's really special, and thanks to social media it doesn't have to end. We can all, you know, keep the community going.
Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, darling. Hello.
I was wondering, what was the hardest scene for you to shoot on Once Upon a Time?
I can't think of one scene in particular, but I think last night I was walking around Utrecht and I was so cold I had to go back to the hotel and put on my thermal long johns and put on more layers and go back out, and I said to my husband, I'm like, oh my god, this is what it felt like to be on set of Once Upon a Time, because it was so cold in the winter. So sometimes it was very hard to be shooting at like 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when it's really cold, snowing, and you're wearing a dress. And you're just like, action. And then cut. It would get into your bones. And then I'd have to go home and get in a hot bath with a glass of wine and try and, it was physically demanding.
Thank you, and I was wondering, are you really tired right now because of the time difference?
No, because I came from London.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Oi. I'm going to study acting in Amsterdam, so I'm wondering what your ultimate acting tip is.
Listen, someone told me that once. I can't think if it was an audition or if I was with an acting coach, and this old guy, I think he's dead now. It was lovely. He was a lovely old. He was really old then, and this was like 20 years ago when I first started acting, and we were doing a scene together, and he went, "Are you listening to me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "No, you're not." He's like, "Really, really listen." So I'm like, I was really nervous, so we did it again, and I really listened to what he was saying, and he's like, there you go. Because if you think about it, when you watch TV, right, the camera typically cuts back to the person listening, not the person talking. Because if you cut to the person that's receiving the information, that's more interesting. So if you're a really good listener, you get more screen time.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to say something in between. Dit zijn de laatste 5 vragen, of de laatste die er nou nog staan. Ik wil een vraag stellen, dan kan niemand meer aansluiten bij deze. Ja? What time is almost up. No.
Hi.
From all the powers you have in the series, which kind do you like the most and would want in real life?
All the what?
From all the powers you have.
Oh my god, I really miss my powers, and my favourite power is like when Zelena had had enough and she had nothing else to say, or she'd made her point, she just poof out. You're gone. I mean, wouldn't that be an amazing power to have in real life? Just like, do you know what? I'm out. And then all of a sudden you're in bed. Like, yes! Poofing out, I think, is the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. And Zelena is Slytherin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was that the final question already?
Yeah. Boo!